Okay, we're getting down to the end of this session on this dog. So to show you the shape of him. Now, as you can see, the ears and all that's really beginning to be established. I'm going to come out with those ears just a little bit more. Here. Okay, now what we want to do is we're just going to separate the front legs from the back legs now. See how I did? Now, come over here, do the same thing. All we're going to do is just bring a little cut up here and come down like right here. And that's going to establish the front legs from the rear legs. There we go. The same thing here. Just dig that out a little bit in there. See what we've done? We just established the front legs from the rear legs. Now I'm going to shape these rear legs a little bit. They're coming out just a little too much. Bring them in. Round them off a little bit. Shaping them. Okay. You pretty much got your dog here. That's what you've got. Just round it off a little bit more. Thin it out if you want to. But basically you've got the shape that's your dog. See, if you look at your dog here, you got the shape that you want. Now you can, like I said, you can make him thinner. You can make him fatter. It doesn't really matter how you do it. In other words, it's just you want to get your basic shape of your dog down. If you look at him, you've got it. See, if you look from the front, you've got the nose, you've got the face, and if you want to put some eyes in here, you can just put some little eyes in there. In other words, and basically, as you can see, the shape of the dog's there. It's right there. And and that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with to get it in the shape that you want it. And I usually take a little sandpaper. I've got a moto tool, and I kind of sand it off just a little bit. In other words, and take some acrylics and paint him just sort of a brownish color with a black nose, and put a few little eyes on him. And that's basically the shape of your dog right there. That's what you want. And you know, this is, like I said, you can do a lot more detail on these dogs and things like that. But for beginners, it's not necessary. But as like I said, you give somebody, you paint this little thing up, you give it to somebody, they'll think it's a dog. That's for sure. So don't worry too much about that. In other words, and I hope I've helped you in some way to sort of show you how you can shape these little dogs. I know it's a project that a lot of people feel maybe they can't do, but if you just sort of just follow your instincts as far as the rounding is concerned, you're not going to have any problem. You're not going to have any problem at all. So there's your dog project right there. Now what I wanted to show you is, like I said, he'll be painted with acrylics. And when I say with acrylics, you mix, you can go down to Walmart or any place like that and get these cream coat acrylics. Mix it with a little water and just sort of brush it on there. You mix it with the water so that the water will sort of stain the character rather than just, you don't want a heavy load of paint to cover up the dog itself. And then, you know, paint the nose black, put him little eyes in there, and you'll have the figure done. So that's the little project we have, is the dog itself. Now, what I want to show you is, here's some little projects I've been doing. As you know, I'm a figure carver. Let me take this glove off. I'm a figure carver, and I specialize a lot in miniatures. And here's one of the miniature carvings that I did. There's a little man. He stands 3.5 inches tall, and he is just like a little businessman. Got the little cigar, and then here's another little figure like that. We're going to be doing some little figures like that. He's got a little overcoat on, and as you can see, the acrylics, whenever I painted him, it's just sort of like a stain, and not so heavy of a you can see the wood through it, in other words. So I mixed that with water to give that an effect. Here's another one I have here. These all stand about 3.5 inches tall. And I really love to do figure carving. I like to do animals, but I prefer more figure carving because I like to do the figures. Now, another little animal we're eventually going to do, probably in these videos, is this. This is a little bear, is what it is. And I have a place up in Tennessee where I send a lot of these to, because up in Tennessee they buy a lot of little bears, and this is a simple little bear that's done, and isn't that cute? And he only stands about 3.5 inches, 3 inches tall, but we're going to do this project eventually on the videos, but this is a cute little bear, and it's not that hard. In fact, it's really quite easy to do. So this is the end of our project here. It's the Hound dog, and I'm glad that you were able to be with us today. And I had a lot of fun doing this. And don't get too technical on this. Just if you can get the basic shape down of it, you give this little hound dog to somebody, they'll love it to death. But this is it. This is the hound dog itself, and I appreciate you tuning in. And so happy carving, and to all my friends out there at Woodcarving Illustrated, I say hi to you if you're